So COTU votes after every 5 years and they vote through delegates. The workers don't even have a say. The workers don't even get to choose. So if he's voted through delegates, inamaanisha they are all corrupt. So they can be bought off. It's easy to buy these people. And someone said it's not even Atwoli, but COTU that needs a complete overhaul. COTU mzima yani. And it's true. That's how it's a cartel, by the way. I also didn't know we have so many unions. I did not know we have so many unions in Kenya. So each union sends a delegate depending on its membership size. So the delegates are the one who vote in these people in different positions, and that includes the Secretary General, who's been there for 24 years. So it's a routine. For them, it's not a change in leadership. For them, it's not looking forward to changes, looking forward to anything, advocacy. Yeah, imekuwa routine. Because having someone for 24 years in the same position means a routine. It's a whole routine. And that is what has been going on with me. And no one, trust me, no one dares to be out COTU. Hata ukimnini, it usually dies off. Ever since I started fighting at Atwoli, it's been 3 days. But people just keep telling me, oh, there are lines you don't cross. There are lines you don't cross. Line ya nini bale? Well, what do you even mean there are lines I shouldn't cross when it comes to trade unions? Kwa nini kwani Atwoli ni nani? I don't even care about these cartel things. Every time you try to fight something, unakwambia tu stories za cartel. Even the garbage ni stories where I used to fight. Wanakwambia cartel. Kumejaa cartel. Cartels ni utu watu. Very corrupt people they're calling cartels huko. Atwoli is going to send someone to kill you and such stuff. So sorry, I'm adding speakers. A lot of you have requested some time to balance. And I'll give you guys the mic. So I'm just trying to open this discussion for everyone. So yes, people keep saying that this is a cartel. You can't speak on it. So I'm asking exactly, is that Atwoli that we can't speak about? Who is this old man that has been clinging to power for 24 years, and no one dares to question him? Why are people scared of this old man? Why shouldn't anyone question him? By the way, my article was just 2 paragraphs talking about Atwoli. Because the other ones I mentioned, IBC, the other institutions where there is no youth inclusion or anything whatsoever. So they're saying we are the leaders of tomorrow. They're saying we are the leaders of tomorrow, and the leaders of tomorrow are 75 years old, clinging to power, when the real leaders are unemployed and hopeless, falling into depression every single time. Unfortunately, we are very active on social media because most of them are unemployed. Really talented, smart Kenyans. Wako tu huku na huku. Honestly, my DMs are so heartbreaking. DMs zangu ziko so heartbreaking because we have people who have really studied. Wase wamesoma man. Wase wamesoma. And it's nothing. Hakuna kitu. And then you have these people, msee amekaa for 24 years, and the entire leadership is just full of old people hapo. And we are wasting youth potential. Tuna waste potential huko nje, struggling. Just, I don't know, we are barely alive. We are not even living. We are barely alive. Okay, these people are stealing money day in, day out. The cars they're driving, their life, the kind of lives they're living. And then they're wondering every day where the disdain is coming from. So, if it Atwoli alianza, but mi nitamalizishia It's not even personal anymore by the way for me. Atwoli, I have waited for him I have waited, like so many of us picked on this fight because I think wase wengi wamecha. Okay, it's about time the Pandora box was opened. Okay, I will not talk much. Maybe I can give the other speakers Wanze Pia. But yes, I'm just saying thank you all for your support in this. This is, like I said, a Pandora box that has been opened and they will not be able to close. And I'm not scared of him or the entire cartel that is Atwoli. So if any one of the speakers, maybe you can speak in Mongesa, or we can turn it. We can start with Saddam.
Hello everyone. My name is Saddam Hussein. I am member of Dock Workers Union. I work at Kenya Ports Authority. The COTU for me it has never haijawahi zungumzia anything ya masala ya ya kazi na kusaidia wafanyakazi hapa Kenya. Nadhani kila mtu ananisikia vizuri.
Yeah, nakusikia. You can be a bit audible, but nakusikia.
Yes. Vile nimesema mimi I am member of Dock Workers Union. Dock Workers Union iko Kenya Ports Authority. It is nini union yenye inaongelea wafanyakazi wa KPA. Dock Workers Union. Secretary General wetu ni Simon Sang. Huyo jamaa ndio wanaenda kuchagua Atwoli kila wakati na hatujawahi ona benefit yoyote like this year. Kuna hii kitu inaitwa collective bargaining agreement, hii CBA yenyewe haijaanzishwa mpaka saa hii. So hiyo yote laxity inatoka kutoka pale juu, na huyu Sang mwenyewe yeye mwenyewe hana maana. Sasa na yeye ndio anaenda kuchagua Atwoli kila wakati. So anifa ile kazi unafanya, yani you are fighting for us. Mimi tangu nimeona niko kufuata hii nini yako sana. Keep the spirit. Niko na mengi ya kusema lakini sasa
thank you Saddam. I think it's good you're getting a real confession and real perspective from the ground and people who work at these places. Thank you, Saddam. I think we lost you. Okay, we can go to Dennis. Dennis, unanisikia?
Yes, hello. Good evening, Hanifa, and to all the speakers on the panel and all the listeners. Sorry, niko na homa, so I hope you can hear me, Hanifa.
Yeah, I can hear you, and also I can hear the whole bit. Apole, if you can be a bit audible, if it doesn't stretch your throat.
No. I have to do this. Heri nikufe nikitangaza injili. So, I am very glad that you are doing this. And my point tonight is to say that it is not just Atwoli we are fighting. This is an ideological war. We are fighting Rutoism. We are fighting Uhuruism. We are fighting all this idea of these old guards who have ganged up. And you know, Kenyans have been conditioned over the years since independence by these guys who took power from the Muzungu. And they have learned how to divide and rule us. And one of the ways, they use tribe, they use religion, they use tokenism, hiyo ni pesa kubribe watu na nini. But most importantly, they use class. And that is why Atwoli comes in as a very big player in this industry of controlling and ruling Kenyans. Francis Atwoli is a product of our institutionalized conditioning that we must believe that we must have a union that will defend us, that will fight for us. Kenyans were fed up with all these institutions on June 25th. This country is going through a rebirth, and the Gen Zote movement. All of us, Gen Zs, I'm a millennial, but I'm saying all of us because I know I speak to a lot of old people as well, and there are those who, we meet, we agree. So we call them the Gen Zote movement. We are ready to drain the swamp. Draining the swamp means that si Ruto peke yake anaenda na hii serikali. Mtu yote mwenye akona akili na idea ya uzembe, ya uzeeni, ya ukoloni, ya kututawala, ya kutukalia, wote tunawapeleka nyumbani. This is an ideological war, and it is beyond Ruto, it is beyond Atwoli, it is beyond Uhuru, and I hope that mtapeleka hasira mashinani ndio tuweze kupeleka hawa watu wote nyumbani. So my call for all of you is, let us devolve our anger. Hanifa, I love what you do. I am very proud of you. Yani nakuombea wewe ubarikiwe. And in the new Kenya, we hope that you will find a place somewhere for you. But besides that, Atwoli must go. Hao wazee wote wanatengeneza hizi mambo ya union. None of our Kenyan employees benefits from whatever has been saved in that even NSSF. NSSF imejenga manyumba na maestate town in Nairobi. Wafanyikazi wangapi wa NSSF wanaishi kwa hizo manyumba? Ni wadosi, watu wanajuana ndio wanakanga kwa hizo manyumba. The real beneficiaries of NSSF, the real beneficiaries of these unions ni mama mboga, wale watu wanachuna majani chai, wale watu wanavuna kahawa, wale wafanyikazi wa haki wa ukweli. Na hao ndio wamegandamizwa, ndio wamedharauliwa, na watoto wao sasa wanauawa na hii serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. We must drain the swamp. Ruto must go. Atwoli must go. My name is Dennis Chege. I submit from Nakuru County.
Thank you so much, Dennis. That was really powerful and beautiful. Thank you so much for your kind words as well. You nailed it. That is true, honestly. Especially your part here. The real beneficiaries of the union, kina mama mboga and all the commoners, but watoto wao wanaishi vizuri and then wanaua watu wa mama mboga. Yep, that is our reality. So thank you so much. That was really nice. I'll get to Aisha Brains. You've been holding the mic for some time now. Do you want to tell us something?
Yeah, guys, how are you? How's everyone? Hi, Hanifa. Everybody else.
Kidogo.
Yeah. Mnanisikia sasa?
Mnanisikia? I can hear you.
Nice. First of all, I'm glad that you are doing this again, just like everyone else. I encourage you. Don't stop holding these spaces. Some of us are small accounts, and we really don't get to support you the way we should. So while we are here, let us do our job well. Thank you so much for what you did for us, for our generations, during the demos. Na hata hii inakuja, please be ready to serve again. Without further ado, first of all, you guys need to understand. Today I would want a serious stuff. Francis Atwoli is a sick man. I'll just tell you. The fact that you have to fight him at a time when he's almost...
I think you're breaking. Sorry, you're breaking a lot. I don't know if it's my part. Sana. You're breaking.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You were saying, if you can repeat what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll start again. I'm saying, Francis Atwoli is a very sick man. First and foremost, okay? This guy is not a normal person. This is not the type of person who you want to go easy on. So you cannot go easy on Francis Atwoli. Francis Atwoli has held a position since the 1960s. You understand? So even a tree that has been growing since the 1960s, kungoa haiwezi kuwa rahisi. You understand? This same one person, you know the roles he holds, other than being secretary of COTU for the last 40 years and something, since the 60s. I mean, that 2001 he became secretary, but he has been in the trade union movement since the 60s. This guy has held a position in the Kenya Plantation and Agricultural Workers Union since 1994. You know, this guy has been on the board of NSSF since 2001. From that time, NSSF has lost in excess of 10B. Okay, Eurobank collapsed. Those guys lost money. In 2008, they had another security scandal where NSSF lost 1.6 billion. In 2008, 1.6 billion in 2008 was crazy, a crazy amount of money. Those guys have been trading bonds with people's money that they have saved in NSSF. They've been buying bonds with this money. These people have just been making a lot of dough. Their land and real estate scandals that have been dogging NSSF have cooled about 8 billion of that chunk, you know, and it's just sick that this person continues to just sit in this board. That he can even, you know, take his time to tweet about money that we raised. You know, I don't think he sent any money for anyone to be taken to hospital. You know, he has the ability to have solved a few problems, but he didn't. In fact, he was busy. You know, I don't want to say gruesome things on your space. I wish this was my own space, then I would say more gruesome stuff. But Atwoli is busy kissing a booty in State House. You know, there's no way this guy can be a normal person. This thing is a generational war, just like my predecessor, the person who spoke before me, just said. It is a generational war. If it's something we're supposed to do, we have to do it now. You see, doing it now and doing it later doesn't make the difference. The difference is how much money we are still going to lose, how much of our dignity as our country we are still going to lose. Bro, people in this country don't even have the ability to eat 2 meals a day. You know, so I don't know where people are getting this fear of not fighting for themselves, because you're living for nothing. People are living for nothing. Because people like Atwoli, who are 75, want to vie again next year for the same seat that they've held and done nothing at. This seat is, I mean, Atwoli was familiar with game before Baba, guys. Way before Baba. Because Baba discovered that when you cry, kidogo, you take people to the streets, you get some tokens. Atwoli was doing this in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and in the 90s. Way before Raila started doing it. So this is somebody who understands what coercion is, what blackmail is, what murder is, you know. So the moment you understand, we are not dealing with, you know, there's the dumb function of these people, where they are told, I mean, the Sudis and the Farouk, those are the dumb people who are just dumb. Those ones will run away. But there are people who can't run away from responsibility. Atwoli has sat in that seat for in that organization for 40 years, and he has been at COTU as secretary for 24 plus years. So from where I sit, there's no reason why we should fear just changing this. This country needs a rebirth. These old guys need to retire and go where they're going. Whoever we have a case with, we should follow up. I'm telling you, people will support this movement to the hilt. There's nobody who's like, only insane people out here. Like that young boy I saw on TV the other day talking about non-existent achievements by this state. So just like I'm telling you, me, I don't want to talk about Ruto today. As serious as Panda, and it's a beautiful Saturday night. And I think this is also a space that didn't come to discuss Ruto. So let's focus on this octogenarian. This guy, all his friends are dead. There's no reason. The only ones he has are the ones sitting on that board. You know, there's no reason why we should fear these people. This guy should go wherever he's going, and then we'll flatter him for the lives that he have been lost. Zenye tunaweza connect to him, and in fact, for the ills that NSSF has suffered. Since 2001, this guy has been sitting on that board. And even the period in scandals, imekuja scandal after scandal after scandal, and he goes nowhere. He goes nowhere. Presidents come, presidents go. This guy. So what makes you think this guy is not part of the problem and part of the system, part of the people who want to make sure things never change? So there is no reason why, a problem cannot be solved by the same mindset that created it. Francis Atwoli is not fighting for anyone. Me, I've had the privilege of traveling. I've seen trade unionism work. There's a time in London, the nurses had a problem with their pay. Now, nurses do a very important function in society. They can't really take a day off from work. You can't just have a day where it only happens here, where nurses can go on strike for months and nobody really cares. Now, since nurses could not go on strike, what did their Atwoli do? The Atwoli went to the plumbers and their trash collectors and told them, guys, the nurses must continue treating people, taking care of the sick. But us guys will just stop collecting trash, and us guys will stop fixing plumbing issues in this city until they give the nurses their do as agreed. But here, we see people going on strike. Atwoli is just flying. He's in Geneva, sleeping with young girls, the ones that he will die soon and live for us here. People, the future of this country is with us, not with these old guys. There's no reason why we should be afraid to tell them. They can come for us. Even me, I'm just here in Kajiado. I'm sure close to him. You can come for me. But kwani was what there are others who will come. So you should not be afraid. Headquarters at Atwoli za COTU ziko hapo Gikomba. The day people turn against that person, that HQ will go up in flames. Because there's nothing it does to help those people. Workers wanalipwa 3,000 shillings in this city, 3,000 in this city. And you want to tell me Atwoli has been working for workers? Which workers are these? So there's no interest in protecting. There's no reason why we should sugarcoat this thing and try to act as though we want to discuss the good things that trade unionism has done from this country. Since Tomboya, there's nothing trade unionism has done for this country. Some of us are not even interested in joining unions because, here you fight case yako in court. Just afford a lawyer. There's no day Atwoli will send someone to court to come and speak about the fact that my rights were infringed upon. Hakuna siku, and that is what they should be doing. They should be sending people to come and say, there's some conduct that was violated. So there's no way you can be discussing, an old person who is almost dead, those ideas in Yoza in 1975. And then he wants to again bring change now and advise us on who to vote for and who to believe and how to handle our politics. We are better than that. We are not those people. We are not those people who they sent to war to go and die for them. We are not those people who they sent to the mines to go and mine the gold that they then sent to Dubai. We are not those people anymore. This country has to change because if we don't live for something, we will die for everything. I'm telling you guys, most of us live for nothing. We just go to work and make money to pay bills. If you see the things those people own, you ask yourself, how will utafika hapo aje? Before you live long enough to become the villain, and you try and create an environment that will allow your children, in case you don't become a villain, your children will have a chance at life. We cannot all go abroad as well. You see what is happening out there. So these guys are bossing us in a corner, pole. And this is what we are doing is we are falling in line. And before people start burning themselves and setting themselves ablaze in town, right in the middle of CBD, because that is what is going to happen next. You will start seeing a lot of crazy things happening. Because these guys don't want to just retire and let us work for our country. They don't want us to redefine things. They have Shikilia. It only knows that the moment he leaves that position like this, the court cases that will follow his grey head, he won't have that Kitambi for them in 6 months. So we should not be afraid of these guys. This country is ours, even as we were born here, just like them. So atakutisha watu na polisi, DCI are here. Hi DCI. Me naitwa Sebantu. Can find me anywhere. But I'm telling you guys, that nyinyi, even you, me, if you come for me, my kids will come for yours. Where I come from with revenge like that. So I'm not afraid of on behalf of Arifa, I'm just telling you guys, this space was not held for fear. This space was held to find solutions of how to remove Atwoli from that position. So if we are going to Gikomba, to go and remove, it's called Digo Rodapo Gikomba, go and remove these guys from office, we do it. They come with goons. Us guys should also learn how to goon up, because you can't beat, a chess master, quick with the moves, the draft. Yeah, if they're gooning up, even me can be a goon, So if they're gooning up, we goon up. We solve problems as they come, but we make sure we start solving problems for real. We don't just make noise like this. We just go for these guys. They know we'll talk here, and then tomorrow they'll tweet one thing about Hanifa, and then we feel we've been deflated. and a whole lot of nonsense. So while we wait for another June 25th, guys, I am requesting, there's no reason to fear these guys. Okay? Even a man was born to die. Nobody was born to live forever. Man was born to die. But nobody was born to suffer in their own country because of somebody else's greed. Nobody was born to suffer in your own country because of someone else's greed. Our brothers are suffering in other countries, having to bear, conditions they didn't have to learn, to live in, because there's no breathing space, man. You have 18 dependents. Hata salary ya 300,000 takusaidia na nini? So me, in my own judgment, and before I take up so much of your time, guys, in my own judgment, I feel as though it's long overdue. It is non-negotiable. We didn't come here to all say the same things. We need an action plan on how to remove Atwoli from this office, and all those octogenarians, the whole board. Workers need to rise up. Guys who, like the guy who spoke first, the gentleman who spoke first, in your own in your own pot, anzeni kwanza na could link from that COTU. There are other organizations that I know can come up. This guy is in 8 positions, and I don't know analala sangapi because